quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, flex position, so running back, wide receiver, or tight end to play as well, and then defense, special teams. Drew, do you want to go first?
Oh man, I don't. You know what, Brandon? I do. You gave me the opportunity. I do want to go first. So, oh boy. You know what? I'm going to start at running back. I'm going to go opposite of my fantasy football approach. I'm going Ollie Gordon, Oklahoma State.
That's uh, that's such a good pick. That's absolutely where I would have gone with the. That's Owen. Well, that's absolutely where I would have gone. Uh, with the 1-1. So I applaud that. That's an easy. That feels like an easy pick to me.
It does, yeah. So, are we going back and forth, or am I just going?
Yeah, since it's two people, we'll just go back and forth here. I'm trying to.
Okay.
Man, where's the value here? I mean, now that you got the superstar, I don't really know if there's a whole lot of superstars here at the wide receiver yet. Give me. Let's see here. So if we're doing fantasy, mobile quarterbacks help a lot. Give me Noah Fafita from Arizona.
Ooh, I like that. So we got our first QB off the board. That's a good pick. Yeah, he's a good pick. Oh man, Brandon Shanahan making me work. Um, Boy, there's so many different options. There's so many good guys that just can ball. Um, man, yeah, I'm looking at just the Big 12 as a whole, Brandon. Looking at our roster right now, and you know what? I'm saying running back. I'm saying running back out of Texas Tech. I'm gonna go Taj Brooks.
Oh my gosh,
Brooks was terrific last year. I know. I just pulled a hand. I can't believe I just picked 2 running backs, but that's what I did. Yeah, I'm going Taj
oh
Brooks.
man,
I
that's
love
such a
Brooks'
good.
game. Shifty, tough, difficult guy. Yeah, no, that was not an easy pick because there's too many good players in this conference. But Brooks can ball. He really can. He's such a hassle to defend. Him and Gordon both are just shifty, tough, powerful, scary backs. There's no doubt about that.
Oh man, that breaks my heart. That's exactly where I was gonna go. Um, Josh Brooks, outstanding stuff from him last season. Um, my gosh, that's heart wrenching. Let me see here. So if I'm going wide receiver, because I know, because I have another running back target. I don't think you go 3 running backs off the jump, so I think it'll come back to me. Give me Jaden Higgins from Iowa State out
Darn you,
wide.
Brandon.
Uh,
Oh, dang.
just
He,
under 1,000 yards last year, 6 touchdowns, big deep threat, 18 yards of completion. Yeah, give me him.
uh, Yeah, no, so that was my next pick. I was like, perfect. I'll just get my Iowa State guy, but Brandon Shanahan took mine. Okay, so Brandon Shanahan and I are just thinking a lot alike right now. Yeah, it's tough. Boy, there's some tough. I gotta go wide receiver as well. Uh, it's a tough call, but I'm actually gonna mix it up. I really like this young man out of Orlando, Kobe Hudson, 6'1" senior,
It's
quick,
a good move.
fast. Um, I like his game. He really, really good route runner, can get open anytime. They can get him the ball. He can do some damage for Gustavo.
Oh man, Gustavo. You know what? And when I was doing my prep, I was kind of scouring through various publications on the preseason Big 12 team. UCF has a lot of folks here. Kobe Hudson being one, defensively Lee Hunter, Malachi Lawrence. So there's a lot of really high end UCF players. So I mean, watch out for them if they can put it together.
No question. No question. They're a team, I think, and we'll talk about it more in the coming weeks, but like teams that aren't put on that poll, I think UCF might have the most potential out of any team that's not on that AP poll, whether top 25 or receiving votes.
Let's see here. So I'm up next. Speaking of UCF guys, give me RJ Harvey from UCF, 1,400 yards, 16 touchdowns, bell cow back. Yeah, give me him.
It's a good pick. Clean, simple, effective. I'm gonna keep going with my trend of wide receivers, Brandon. There's too many tough guys, and I'm gonna go to Oklahoma State. I've talked about him a little too much. Gonna go with the speedster. Oh, this guy's quick. Brennan Presley, first team uh, preseason All Big 12. Um, he's fast. In Ames, he's quick. There's no doubt about that.
That's a good pick. It's sneaky.
I know this is. I know that. Yeah, that's tough.
There's especially wide receiver in this conference. There's a lot of good. There's not like a standout great. Like when you think like Luther Burden
Agreed.
out of Missouri. I mean, there's a ton of high end wide receiver. I don't know if I get that feeling here out of the Big 12.
No, and I mean the Big 12 has had historically some incredible receivers come through the conference, like remarkably good. But I agree, there's no like standout guy this year. I would agree with you on that.
Let's see here. I'm going to close on my running back room. Give me Devin Neal from Kansas.
Ooh, I like Neal. I like Devin Neal.
Neal the Seal.
I like that. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go to my flex position. I'll stay running back. I'm going to Iowa State. I'm gonna go get Abu. Give me Abu Sama.
That's a good. Gosh, you're reading my mind here, Drew Russ. That's
Yeah,
exactly who I targeted for my flex. If nothing else, like God forbid we get another snow game with him. I mean, just that
oh, I need
versatility
it.
is enough.
I need it. I need it. I really do. Oh, that was so special.
Unbelievable stuff.
There's
Let's.
some good rosters. I'm liking this.
I think so. Tight end again. I don't feel great about a whole lot of these tight ends, but I'm gonna just go chalk off the list I have in front of me. Nebraska native out of Pierce, Nebraska. Give me Benjamin Brahmer from Iowa State.
That was who I was like. I almost took him last pick instead of Sama. I was thinking about taking, but that's a great pick, and he's on multiple award watches for tight end this season. He's gonna be good. That's a great pick. Shoot, I'll go tight end as well. I'll go out of Utah. Give me Brant. I always struggle with his name. I think it's Kuithe. I'll go Kuithe. Kuithe. First team All Player. Seen him a little bit, Brandon. Probably the least knowledgeable, admittingly, of all these guys I picked so far.
Yeah,
But he's
that's
a
where I'm
big
at.
boy. And I mean, he is going to give you problem. I mean, you're 236 pounds, 6'2". He can run routes. He can block. Good player for Utah, and a guy that they're hoping to rely and depend on, and ultimately count on this
All
upcoming
right.
year.
Let's see here. Gonna use some draft strategy here. So I know you either got to go quarterback or defensive special teams next. I already got my quarterback, so I'm looking at defensive special teams, and this one's tough because it's not like there's a first team unit. Um, but man, it's throwing in the special teams is always a bit tricky here. Let me see.
That's true.
Oh man, I think I'm just gonna take. Hmm, I think I'm gonna take Utah. I think I'm gonna take
Good
Utah. I think
pick.
they have
Yeah,
one of the better defenses. Yeah, yeah, that feels good.
yeah. Utah is the perfect pick. I mean, that's going to be arguably the best defense in the conference. No one's going to hate that. That seems like just such a clean, simple play. So yeah, that's a good pick, Brandon. I'll go defense too. I'll save my best for last at QB. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna go with my hometown Iowa State Cyclones. I'm curious what they can do this season. They're young. They've grown a lot. I mean, since they have a lot of starters coming back, I just want to root for them. So I'm gonna pick Iowa State. They could be middle range Big 12 defense at the end, but why not? I'll support them. I'll give them some love.
That's a good one. I like the logic. It's like I'm not gonna pay attention to any other defense special teams more than Iowa State's. I respect that. They got Tyler
You'll have
Perkins,
in-depth
all
analysis.
Big 12 punter. Hey,
That's true. Yep, that's very true. They got Cooper as well on first team All Big 12 for the preseason. Really good DB. So they're really good. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of schools heavily represented in that in the preseason Big 12 poll.
all right, so I kind of got my pick of the litter here the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum. Let's see here, wide receiver. Um, this kind of kills me to do it. I was kind of hoping that we would avoid this certain team, but feels silly to not take Travis Hunter.
Yeah, that name just crossed my mind. I was like, I'm surprised neither one of us has taken Hunter yet. I was kind of hoping you'd forget about him.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about, and it's tough because like I know he's a better DB than a wide receiver, and I don't know how much he'll play either way. But it's kind of like a couple years ago when Taysom Hill started at quarterback, but he was listed as a tight end, so everybody in a single quarterback had to start him at the flex, rack up those quarterback points, where it felt like a cheat code. This kind of feels like that. This feels like that.
Oh, there's no question it feels like that. No, he's a special talent that'll be making some heavy money on Sunday eventually. No one's going to deny that with Hunter. So, and we'll stay on the Colorado trend, Brandon, for my final one. Shadur Sanders is going to be my quarterback. I really thought about Rocco Beck, but Sanders, I'm going to be watching Colorado quite a bit. So I'm curious enough. I'm curious how he plays. So yeah, Shadur Sanders, QB, Team Drew Russell.
If I had taken Travis Hunter, were you still going Shadur there?
I was, yes.
Okay, that makes me. I didn't want to be the only person to draft somebody from Colorado, because then that would have meant that we would have hilariously kept him off this list to begin with. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I play to win, Brandon. I really, boy, as much as I want to put my guy Rocco in there, I got the Iowa State defense. So yeah, and
there
I
you
mean, I'm
go.
going to be watching. I'm just now they might not even block for him. It might be like the longest yard, or they just don't even block for Shadur some plays. They might just say, just go fight for yourself, which would be peak comedy. And that's actually, I
That'd be
don't think impossible. If they're playing bad in October, November, I don't think it's impossible if the O line just quit.
unbelievable. That'd be great. I need that. That's the best case scenario for me. Is not
You and
only
I
are they
would have
not good,
an hour
but
of
that they quit.
content. We'd have an hour of content.
Oh man.
The jokes would be unbelievable. I don't know.
Let's see here.
Hmm.
So final pick here. Kind of struggle to say his name. Tataria McMillan from Arizona,
Yes, out of
1,400 yards last
Arizona.
year.
Boy, stud,
Yeah,
stud player. I was
big
hoping
dude,
you'd miss
six
him.
five. Noah Fafita. I mean, that's a good tandem to have. It'll
And
be
that
interesting
very
to see
well
what the new
could be the
coaching
best wide
regime
receiver in the conference.
could be.
I mean, he has the physical tools to be the best wide receiver in the conference. There's no question about it. And with excellent QB play, you're right. It all comes down to coaching. If they can get him the ball, though, oh man, that Arizona team could do some damage, especially with McMillan.
All right, so we got it all set up. Noah Fafita, Shitter Sanders, R.J. Harvey, Ollie Gordon. Ollie Gordon. Ah, man, I'm so bummed that I opened up that door for you, but that's such the right pick. We also got Taj Brooks. I mean, your running back room clears. That has some tough stuff to keep up with. Again, both guys I would have taken if you had given me another chance. So kudos to Kobe Hudson, Brennan Presley, Brants, Abu, of course, and then the Iowa State defense and special teams. Going against Fafita, R.J. Harvey, Devin Neal, Jaden Higgins, Travis Hunter, Benjamin Brahmer, McMillan, and the Utah defense. I think we kind of crushed it.
We both of us had good draft. We know how to draft, Brandon. No one's ever going to deny that. We know how to draft. Now we're going to see how these teams go out and perform.
That'll be interesting to see. We did a Big Ten draft on the Cornerstone Connection show, and I went a bit more chalk than I would have liked. I got Dylan Raiola as my quarterback, but we'll see.
Ooh, you got Raiola?
Yeah,
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot.
And it's tough, especially in that conference, because here you have so many good quarterbacks to pick from. I mean, we left Rocco Beck, Josh Hoover, Cam Rising, Garrett Curine. I mean, those guys are all awesome college quarterbacks. Not the same case in the Big Ten. I mean, of course, you got Dylan Gabriel. You got, oh boy, you got Will Howard, Kansas Big 12 legend, Will Howard. But after that, it takes a pretty steep drop off to the point where you're like, well, splitting hairs between Drew Aller and Dylan Raiola. Miller Moss is going to be good, but he's only played one game. How does he deal with the Big 12, Big 10? I mean, it gets real thin, real quick.
It does. No, and I think the talent in this conference is good, but I do think there's some clear guys that are like head and shoulders potentially better than some of the worst guys in the conference. Like I think other conferences it might be a little closer to this conference. If you're great, you could put up some video game numbers.
Let's see here. I wrote down a stat. Only 4 teams of the Big 10 have a returning quarterback.
Only 4? Holy cow.
4 out of 18. And one of those 4 is Cade McNamara, so keep that in mind.
So 3.
There's really 3.
3. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's
Yeah.
an insane stat. QB play, I mean, it does help in college. I mean, I've been often asked how has Brock Purdy made it in the NFL? I said the guy just plays a lot. Like getting reps
Those
matters.
reps are so crazy.
He's played 4 years in high school, 4 years in college. This is his 11th year starting QB at some juncture in the season, or full season.
He's played a lot of
that's
football.
An absurd resume. He's played a ton of football, that you have to get reps. That's why some of these big time QBs will go to a smaller school or to a lesser school because they want to play and they know how important reps are. And hopefully the coaching matches. So, no, it's fascinating. It really is. Man,
All
3
right.
out of 18 is insane. Oh my gosh.
And yeah, you look
Absurd.
at the 4 best quarterbacks, 3 or 4 of them played in a different conference last year. I mean, it's going to be
different era of college football, Brandon. Different era.
Oh, so here's another stat for you regarding transfer quarterbacks. Out of the 40 quarterbacks that have appeared in the college football playoff, not including repeats, but 40 quarterback slots, only 2 of them were transfers in their first season.
Oh my gosh!
So big red flags for, and this year might kind of disprove that because I really think Oregon State's going to make a good run. Ohio State's a really good team. They kind of disproved that. But then you look at other teams like Notre Dame, like Miami, like Florida State, who get these one-year rentals. And it's like if you're really trying to contend for a championship and you don't have a roster like Oregon and you don't have a roster like Ohio State, that might not be the move.
It might not be. It might. That's just an insane stat line, though. One of, I think, many insane just line stats throughout the season. I can't wait to see total flight miles for certain teams.
Yeah.
This year, which team in the country is going to fly the most? Probably one of the coastal schools. I'm gonna guess Stanford or Cal.
Got to be.
Since they're in the ACC, so that'd be my guess, but who knows? What a weird year. What a weird. I'm looking forward to it, but just what a weird year.
Weird year. Can you guess who those 2 quarterbacks were? One of them was in the Big 12. Transfer quarterbacks to make the college football in their first season.
Transfer quarterback and played in Big 12. Was it TCU?
Nope, Max Duggan, homegrown. I mean, really, there's only been a few quarterbacks from the Big 12 to play in the college football playoff.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying, because Ewers played it last year. Didn't wait a minute. No, I was thinking Cincinnati. I was thinking you're going to throw a curveball at me, but they were AAC. No. That's the Oklahoma, right?
Yep. It's a one and done.
Oh, wait a minute. No, wait, no. I was thinking Caleb Williams. No, he's no longer there. Okay, stop it. Tell me. That's going to drive me nuts. I'm going to miss it.
Jalen Hurts and Justin Fields. I was really rooting for you there, Drew Russell.
Just knocked over my water cup. How do I not get Jalen Hurts? Alabama, Oklahoma.
Yep.
That was obvious.
His first year went to the playoff. Although you kind of forget that team went to the playoffs. I mean, it wasn't as much juice. In, like,
you do? No, that was
teams.
Pretty impressive. I'll tell you what, that Baker Mayfield OU team, if they had any defense, should have won the national championship. That team was stacked offensively. That was one of the funnest teams I've ever seen offensively. And I would say beat them. That's the funnier part.
Yeah,
I would say beat them that year.
That's right.
And that team was great. That was a great Oklahoma team. I couldn't believe we went to Norman and won. We were 28-point underdogs and won. Kyle Kemp. How about that, man? Kyle Kemp. Oh, man. Special era. Special time. Oh.
Well, great stuff. Fun draft, fun AP poll. I mean, next week we'll start getting into deep dives on the teams. I already got my notes prepared, so we're dialed in. We'll go over, my week by week predictions. Any final thoughts before we sign off?
It's getting there, ladies and gentlemen. I think, we're first full weekend is 2.5 weeks now. First full weekend of college football. If you're a real sicko, Florida State plays like in a week and a half. It's a good time to be a sports fan. We're getting there. Olympics is great. We just got to fight a little bit more, and then football is back in our living rooms, and you will not see me leave this apartment for months.
That's right.
No one will see me publicly. I'll just be a ghost. So it's exciting time. Can't wait, Brandon Shanahan.